I practice silence and solitude whenever I feel confused, overwhelmed, or like I don't know what to do next. Good morning, Kids Zone. Welcome back and Happy New Year. I hope you had an amazing Christmas and summer holidays. What did you get up to? What was your favourite story from this summer? Did any of you stay up until midnight for New Year's? I had an amazing holiday, thanks for asking. I went on a big walk with some friends and I ate some good food with my family and I slept in once or twice. Now, time to look ahead. This week, the whole church is starting a new series called Rhythms of Grace. This is a fancy way of saying the things that God has made for us so that we can be closer to Him. Today, we are going to talk about silence and solitude. These are two big words, but before we get into them, let's take a few deep breaths. Have you ever noticed that we are surrounded by so much noise? Our lives, especially if you live in a city like Wellington, are super busy and noisy. Every day we hear cars, animals, planes, people, our parents, our brothers or sisters, the TV, music, footsteps, sneezes, everything. Imagine this glitter bottle is you. You wake up in the morning after sleeping and you are completely still. Then you walk into the kitchen and you eat your breakfast, and then your brother tells you a story about his dream that he had last night, and then your mum asks you to please take this form to your teacher today, and then you hear all the tooting cars on your way to school, the school bell's ringing all day, the teacher's talking for a long time, you need to remember to get your shoes and do your math homework, and then after school, you go to your football practice, and then you come home and watch some TV and eat some dinner with your family and chat about your day, and then play some music while you brush your teeth, and then, wow, life can be pretty busy. It's all good stuff, but it's a lot. Let's let it settle there for a moment. God knows that our lives can be pretty crazy sometimes. When Jesus was born and grew up on this earth, his life had a lot of noise too. Let's take a look at what he did about it. When Mark was writing about Jesus' life, he said, "It was very early in the morning and still dark, and Jesus got up and left his house. He went to a place where he could be alone. There he prayed." And in Luke's record of Jesus' life, he mentioned, Jesus often went away to be by himself and pray. Jesus spent time in a desert, in a garden, and up a hill to be closer to his Father. He spent time in silence, in a quiet place away from noise and distraction, and in solitude, alone, just him and God. Now, do you have a desert in your backyard for you to go to whenever you need some peace and time alone with God? You might have a hill or two nearby. While we can't always go into the desert whenever we want a break, we can experience it in our own way. Silence and solitude can look different to different people. While the end goal is to be fully quiet and alone with God for a good amount of time, sometimes we can only make small changes at a time. I'm going to give you 3 ideas of what you could do to practice silence and solitude this week, or even this afternoon. Option 1. The next time you are in a car, maybe later today, try to last the whole journey without talking, unless someone talks to you first. Option 2, just before you have dinner with your family, go to the bathroom or your bedroom and take 10 long deep breaths to calm your whole body and ask God to be with you before you spend time talking with your family. And option 3, choose a space at home to make a solitude zone. It could be the trampoline, a corner of your bedroom, or the spot you stand in when you brush your teeth. Visit it often throughout the week and spend time in silence there. Choose to stop doing anything for a little bit and then ask God to give you strength for the rest of your day before moving on. I practice silence and solitude whenever I feel confused, overwhelmed, or like I don't know what to do next. It helps me to remember that God is in control and that spending time with Him is the perfect way to be my best me, even if things feel a little bit crazy. As always, here are 3 questions to keep the conversation going. Number 1, what is the noisiest thing that you can think of? Number 2, where is the quietest place you have ever been? And number 3, which of the 3 activity suggestions would you like to try? That's all for today. See you next time. Silence and solitude, baby.